dear, sweet Maggie. Bitch, if you don't stop this. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Child, Tyler Perry has given me everything that I needed for this little episode today. This have and have nots, ridiculous. That goddamn Veronica, we start right off. Veronica is putting it on so thick. Oh, poor dear sweet Maggie. And she was my friend. And what am I going to do without her? And, bitch, I mean, just too much. I mean, she is just carrying on. David's running around, beating the hell out of her. Child, popcorn child. David's running around, beating the hell out of Jim. Because he's thinking that Veronica's ass is dead. They grab him up and tell him, she ain't dead. That bitch ain't dead. She over here clowning. Goes ahead. He gets her. She jumps up and says, oh, David. Yes. Oh, my God. And gets right in his ear and says, your bitch is dead. I said, oh, she's just too much. She's too much. Because for some reason, I was getting that the detective wasn't really buying in to everything she was saying, because people have actually heard some of the friction, that was going on around that campaign. So I don't know exactly where she was with it, but anyway, David got her up out of there. They go on in the car, and I'm like, really, it was too much. They're going on in the car and all this here. She talking shit to him, and he's telling her, he's still all fucked up once he figures out she's actually alive. Jim really called off. Oscar had called him and told him Jim actually called the hit off. And they just don't know exactly who it is that actually did have the hit continue on. But it was not Jim. So he got to go fix that shit with him and Jim, because he done beat poor Jim's ass to no not one. So he needs to fix all that. All that's going on. Then she's going back and forth. She's steady being smart about what she has done to Maggie and all of that. So he eventually tells her, you know what, I'm going to give you just what you were looking for. And he done filed a decree to divorce her ass. And she told him, if you did, you better unfile it. Because if you don't, I'm going to make every day of your life a living hell. And he's like, it'll be better than what I'm living here. He ended up yanking her ass up, and she gonna tell him, yeah, there's security riding behind us for me, this, that, thing, the other. He ended up pulling off the road and put the bitch out of his car. Told her, get out. She told her, I ain't getting out. He said, if you don't get out, bitch, I'm gonna drag you out. Well, come on with it then. That's the husband I'm waiting. He drug her monkey ass right out that car and gave her to the people and kept it pushing. She wants to fuck shit. So that's them. Now we got Jeffrey. Jeffrey starts off, he's still in the room with the police officer. Jeffrey pulls his motherfucking Candace out on him and he seduces the security guard, fucks the security guard, handcuffs the security guard to the bed and tells him, look at you, you're just too upset for me to just let you go. Then told him to sit them legs. Ooh, I see what you did with them legs. He put the key across, a little bit across the room. Told him, you'll be able to get it, because I see what you can do with them legs. I said, no, Jeffrey. Child, did you go in there and top the goddamn the fucking officer? Tyler, what are you telling us here, Addie? I was just like, wait a minute, this is too much. This is too much. So no wonder the goddamn security guard is running around looking suspect, honey. You know that Jeffrey you girl. Oh, that's too much. Oh, Tyler's this too much. It's too much. Too much. But anyway, so so Jeffrey likes whatever. Jeffrey is liking his new life. What's going on? So Jeffrey done talk cash shit to this motherfucker. Told him, you either gonna help me out with my mother or not. You're gonna help me. But when you get done being upset and being angry, you go on and you call me. So this kind of goes into how fucked up Jeffrey is, because all of the fucked up shit that the security, the police officers done to Jeffrey actually is attracted to him. But we kind of figured that Jeffrey wants him to be his man. And especially now that he knows Charlie can run on up in him when he oh, God. Anyway, so I'm laughing. They do all that. Jeffrey leaves his ass in the room. He ends up going back downstairs to the bar. He's down at the bar with that goddamn Landon. He all drunked up. Landon's drunk. Don't know that Maggie's dead yet. He going on. He ends up basically bringing Jeffrey up to speed on what happened with him and Candace when she had the thugs and they had him all hemmed up. So, that was some funny shit too. So he's sitting there and he's telling him different things. And then he's with the drunk shit and he's giving Jeffrey, you know what makes me happy, because they go into the whole thing of, that Maggie was actually sleeping with David and all of that. So he says, what makes me happy is messing with you, So now he over there fucking with Jeffrey. He wanted to go to bed with Jeffrey. Baby, Jeffrey turned around and told him, you know what? We're not going to do all that. And he told, well, why? He said, just come on, just one more time. Just one last time, Jeffrey. Let's just do it one last time. He told him, because you wasn't all that good. And he going to say, wait a minute, Jeffrey. He going to say, I've had better. He said, well, wait, when have you had better? You told me I was your first. So how is it that you had better? He going to say, trust me, I've had better since you. Honey, we turn around. They talking. The cop that come downstairs and Jeffrey that seen him. And I see Jeffrey light all up. I said, oh, stop it. And Jeffrey told him, you could never be him. And Landon looked around and said, no, he's straight. He's like, uh-huh. So here we go. So Landon's like, oh, so I'd have been bumped out by a motherfucking DL. Yep. So, I done laughed. I have sat here and laughed and got my life. Trust me. Tyler, you done did the absolute most. And I love you for it. The fucking mess. But anyway, so they go into all that, honey, and he basically let Landon know. Landon gonna say, oh no, you know what? I am good. You need to give me another shot at it. This, that, and the other. Jeffrey's like, I don't need you no shot at it, child. Trust me. You wasn't good, baby. He's good. You wasn't good. Get on out of here, honey. I said, old Jeffrey. He's like, who are you right now? And Jeffrey's like, exactly. Get on. So, in the midst of all that, Landon gets an email in his phone. He's found out that Maggie is dead. And he goes running off. Jeffrey goes running off behind him or whatever. So, we got that out of the way. At this point, let's talk about Benny. Benny then came back to the house and he let Hannah know, ain't nothing up, baby. It's Candace said no to me, no to you, no period, no. After a whole bunch of long scene, and it was done, the acting was really good, but it's a long, tumultuous scene of the baby was supposed to be picked up by Candace at the hospital. Candace never picked him up. He's been put into foster care. Well, Hannah was just done. She's like, are you kidding me? He's in foster care. She over there living in a mansion and you're here and she knows I'm here, but she would let him go into foster care just to keep, because she hates me so bad that she wants to keep me away from him. Exactly. What part don't you understand? Go sit down. So Hannah's pissed. She's like, Benny, you take me over there to her. right now, because Benny had done played this game with her, of not even telling her that the baby wasn't at the house. And Hannah's ready to beat Benny's ass for playing, because he played too much. And Benny was my side, I've been to knock the shit out of Benny with his always want to withhold information, and he ain't all that smart. But anyway, so she's in the process of being taken over because she wants to talk to Candace. Period. She ain't taking over for an answer. Benny with that old shit of, oh, wait till you calm down. She's like, take me to her, and I mean take me to her now, Benjamin. So I'm like, all right. In the midst of all that, Catherine's at home. She's walking around. You know how you get that bad feeling down in your gut? She got it up in her crawl, honey. She knows. She got in her crawl that goddamn Wyatt that cashed in his goddamn chips and then left the casino, honey. So she walking around, really going through. She calls Hannah. Hannah ends up, first she ignored the call. Then she answered her. They have a little thing back and forth. And it broke all the way down to, because I ain't going through the long version. Short version is, listen, bitch, I don't do you. I'm still mad as hell. And bitch, I don't do you. I'm going to pray for you though, ho. Okay, but I don't do you. And she asked her, she said, you know what? I can't lose another child because I have nobody. She said, promise me this. If I get a bad phone call saying that Wyatt is gone, will you be there for me? She told her, yes, I will be there for you if you get that call, but you're not going to get that call. But if you do, then you call me. But until then, bitch, I ain't got nothing to say to you. We ain't got nothing to say to each other. So, bitch, don't call me unless that motherfucker is cold. If he cold, bitch, I'll come. If he got a breath in him, bitch, I ain't coming. So that was like, wow, that was kind of a tearjerker thing. But that's the short version of what happened. It took us 20 minutes to get to it, but that was that. Catherine's like, all right. Well, meanwhile, Wyatt is as dead as a motherfucking doorknob, and y'all done been down in my comments about Wyatt ain't dead. Wyatt better fucking be dead. Do y'all understand me? Because Wyatt been dead all motherfucking night and all motherfucking day into the next night. So all I know, y'all can write what y'all want down in them comments. Tyler better not pull it. You hear me, Tyler? You better not pull it. Wyatt's ass better be dead. Dead. Do you understand? Dead. There better be a goddamn funeral. You understand? So anyway, they end up, nobody wants to call the boss about dead ass Wyatt. So the guy he called makes a phone call and he says, Jennifer Southern, come on down here. You need to come down. She's like, well, why? What's going on? This, that, thing, the other. You need to come on down here, bitch. Come on down here. So she's like, what is it? Come on down. So she's like, I'm on my way. So like, she's going to flip out. Child, she got there. She's like, okay, well, was he just like that? Is he dead? They said, yeah, he did. She goes, oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, bitch. You know that your life is fucking over, bitch. Catherine promised you. There's going to be a lot of shit that's going to go on. I promise you. Jennifer Salas, that her life is over. I promise you, Catherine's going to give her everything that she promised her. That bitch's life is over and she knows it. And that's where we ended out at. Child, this was a very, very good episode. I was hanging on the edge of the couch. Hanging on the edge of the couch. That's how I ended up with popcorn on my shirt. I'm sitting there eating popcorn, trying to drop popcorn and shit like a pig. Woo, child, was just too much. Tyler, you did this. You did this. And I ain't editing out where I had the popcorn on my shirt. I was going to edit it out, but it was what it was. That's just how deep it had got around here. I'm throwing popcorn and shit around. So it is what it is. It was wonderful. It was a wonderful episode. It really, really was. Good shit. I could have sat here for 3 more hours if they'd just kept on running. I'm telling you, this was good shit. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.